If you are looking to start making money by posting content, then this video is for you. My name is Levi Johnson. I have now made a crazy amount of money by posting on social media, sharing with you guys, and then also I've just been given like so much free stuff, which I'll dive into the specifics on free versus paid when it comes to working with different brands. But I think more than anything, posting on social media has just given me so many incredible opportunities that I never could have imagined. Like being introduced to the most incredible and successful people, to getting invited places for free. Like I'm not even kidding, 30 minutes ago, I got a text invite to a Red Bull event on a rooftop downtown that's access to like these influencers only. I'm not even an influencer, but I get invited to all these things now that are just incredible. And I get to meet people who are at a higher level than I am. And it's just opened me up to so much. I cannot speak enough on that. If you decide to post on content, or if you decide to post content, I hope you realize that those opportunities are worth more than any of the money that you will make from it. But with that, let me dive into the three things, okay? The three main tips that I want to give on making money by posting on social media. Number one, put your ego aside. Okay. And what I mean by that is you need to start posting and tagging brands without expecting anything in return. This is what I did when I was first getting into triathlons in the fitness world. I would be posting products that I used on my story and tagging those brands. You know, the supplements that I would take before I go to a workout, the run fit, the shorts, my shoes, my socks. I would tag Apple. I thought I was going to get a sponsorship from Apple because I was tagging my Apple Watch. I then got a Garmin. I started tagging Garmin. I would tag everyone. Like every single time I would post something, I would tag 20 brands because that was the max that you could tag. I would try and just get everyone. And you know, you kind of learn what brands are willing to work with different creators. But over time, what that did was give me exposure to those brands. It wasn't like they saw me tag them once and then they reached out and they were like, hey, Levi, we want to do a $20,000 brand deal with you. But over years, like with a few different brands, I mean, I tagged them for probably a year or more consistently on my stories. It's not like I was setting a schedule like, oh, I have to tag them. It was literally just whenever I would use it. Like I bought a pair of adjustable dumbbells to go up on my roof. I have this like nice turf area on my roof. And so I got these adjustable dumbbells and I would go up there, record myself working out, and I would tag that company. Long story short, they've now sent me several $1,000s worth of dumbbells and then they pay me to promote it as well. It is the coolest thing. You can start doing this at any level, whether it be supplements, the apparel you wear, any of that, but you have to kind of inch your way in if you're just getting started because a brand can tell if you're new and you got to just get reps. Also like knowing what looks good and how to post and everything. And that kind of leads into my second point, which is defining your niche. And now I know that you probably hear this all the time. I hear it all the time. I'm still trying to figure out my niche because my core is fitness, but I also love to travel. I love to post about relationship stuff. I love to post about clothes and cool brands that I wear. I love to, just share stuff that's like more personal too, like with my family and everything. And it's really hard to just post the same type of content over and over and over. Some people do that, but I am kind of more of a lifestyle creator. I like to have everything, but the key pillar of my content is fitness. I always come back to that. My key pillar is fitness, motivation, discipline, consistency, all that good stuff. And so that is what I make as the core. And so a lot of the things in fitness, like, drinking your protein every day, being well kept and wearing nice clothes, those are all things that brands kind of look towards me and want to work with me for because they can tell that I have like my fitness down, that I have kind of the lifestyle down and all that. And no matter where you're at, you can always adjust, but I just want to make sure that you're thoughtful with whatever niche you kind of go into, because once you start working with brands, it'll build momentum. And if you post about a supplement company, you're going to have 5 more supplement companies reaching out to you to post their stuff. So be thoughtful, because you could go into the luxury space, the travel space, whatever it might be. But, try to define your niche as much as possible so brands can find you easier. Third, talking about getting paid. Okay. This is like probably the biggest question that people never talk about. You never hear people like really say how much they're getting paid. If it's a big influencer that's getting like a $50,000 deal, sure, you're going to like have them say that. I highly doubt that many people are making $50,000 off one brand deal. That's like the top 1%. You have to have probably 100,000 followers to hit that. I, within the past month, have gained like 4,000 followers. I'm not even at a total of 10,000 on Instagram. Right now, I have like 100 on YouTube. So hit that like and subscribe to support your boy if you're watching this. But with that small of a following, I have been able to make multiple 5 figures, like payments, like here is money, actual money wired to my bank account, not just free stuff. And part of it is like negotiating stuff. But at the end of the day, you don't really have to negotiate. The prices, once you start doing enough, like I've worked with about 60 different brands now, which just is crazy that I've worked with that many different brands over the past couple of years. But once you start working with them, you just get a feel for like how much it is for a certain post, and then you kind of like raise and lower your prices based on the deliverables that they want, or like how they want it posted, because some brands will want you to post directly on your socials. A lot of brands just want you to make the content and then they can share it as much as they want. There's a lot of different ways that go into it, but overall, it is truly incredible how much money is being spent to promote on social media. So if you're thinking about getting into it, I would highly advise just make sure you are not putting that as a priority over living your life and enjoying. Like I try and make all of my content just flow with my life. And like if I'm traveling, like if I can get the content in the moment and it works, great. I don't want to have to like go out of my way to make content. And now I say that doing this right now, I had to set up my camera. I had to buy this microphone. I had to sit down, think about this for a couple minutes before I started talking. And it's like, yes, you have to be intentional with it. You have to have a thought for what you're going to post. Maybe it's not a talking head. Maybe it's a video where you just have some text on screen, and you'll slowly start to learn how to do that more and more. You'll slowly start to learn like what aesthetic brands like with the posts and all that. And anyways, overall, with less than 10,000 followers, I have been able to make a substantial amount of money on the side doing this. And I am like just now getting started. And so I cannot even imagine how much I could make if I, grew to 20, 50, 100,000 followers. Like I know for a fact I could make that my full-time thing if I had that many followers. And then subscribers on YouTube, that's just a whole nother level. But I would encourage you to just start posting content. It is scary, but at the end of the day, once you start making a name for yourself and doing really cool stuff and kind of getting that credibility, all the people that were haters at one point will now support you. And you're always going to have haters. If you're not winning, or if you're winning, you're going to have haters no matter what. Even the best athletes and actors and businessmen in the world have haters, okay? That's how you know you're winning. It's all about just being able to kind of tone that out, be comfortable with who you are, make sure that you're getting out of your comfort zone at some points in life, and maybe you can do that with content. But anyways, those are my tips. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.